Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Mindset Marketing Maximizer. I'm Pam, and I am your host of this. I've been calling them live trainings lately because they're kind of like live trainings. I'm just going to go ahead and invite some people, see if they can pop on. I know it's hard in the summertime when, either we're working or we're busy outside doing stuff, but that's okay. Sorry. I'm not sure why that's not doing. Okay, awesome. Brandy, holy crap. Hey, oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've talked to you, my lady. I'm so excited to, I'd love to talk to you again one of these days when you're not so busy. Anyway, so, right, she says, she's a busy lady. I know, to be fair, we're all busy, right? Like today, I had planned to go live an hour ago, but life happens. We had, my in-laws popped over for a little bit just to grab my oldest, and, my father-in-law was talking, we were talking about, mule colts and all the fun stuff, and I looked down at my watch and I'm like, oh no, it's like 12:15. I needed to regather myself and okay, I will prepare. Let's do this. Anyway, cheers to an amazing Tuesday, because today is Tuesday and I have actually a fun 3 weeks of content for you this week, next week, and the last week. Well, where are we? The first of September? Oh my God. Is it the 1st of September in 3 weeks? It's the 1st of September in 3 weeks. Freak out now. I was, yes, go find your coffee, Brandy. Please join me in having some coffee because it is muchly needed. Even though it's 1 o'clock our time, we still need coffee. I was like, it's September soon. I need to get school supplies. Wait, is my kid going to school? What is going on? You just freak out, and there's pretty much any parent that I've talked to lately about sending their kid back to school with everything that's going on, and they're so unsure about anything. And we're all like that. This is completely unnavigated territory. We're like Columbus sailing for India and hitting North America. We have no idea what's coming. We have no idea what's out there. We're just sitting there in our ships. Christina says, I'm ready for pumpkin spice things, in all honesty. I've been feeling it lately. The last week or so, you go outside to do chores in the morning or in the evening. I have to put a coat on now. And it sucks because we only had a week of summer. Okay, I'm done complaining now. I promise. I'm done complaining now. But it is what it is. We are going forward, myself, I'm going to try sending my kid to school because she really wants to, and she wants to go see her friends again and stuff. So it's been so much. Brandy says this was so hot here. Christina says I like it, but we had lots of heat here. Yeah. We did. We had some heat. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't very long. We've been in the pool a lot this summer, so that's been good. But first, my Facebook has completely transformed, and I'm navigating my group. I'm it's been so long since I've been in here. What's going on? I want to acknowledge the top contributors of my group for the last, I think it's 28 days, month or so. Brandy, thank you, my lady. Norma, who is fairly recent to my group. Christina, thank you, my girl. And Karen Ritchie, who is always welcome and a blessing to have in your life because she's awesome. So, and then a couple new people over the last little while. Kara just joined me today, and then Silvio, I think it was last week or the week before he joined. So welcome to my new people as well. We're up to 105 people in this group. Yay! Whoop, whoop, Brandy says, yes, girl. Yes, girl. Okay. Cheers to that. And if you know anybody that you think would benefit from my live trainings, as I've been calling them, feel free to invite them. Like the more the merrier. I love talking to you guys. Like Brandy, Christina, Norma was on last week. Sometimes Karen's on. Sometimes Tina's on. Sometimes whoever. Bring it on. I love it. The more people, the merrier. You know me. So for this week and for the next 2 weeks, I want to talk about why. Brandy said she found her coffee in the microwave. Isn't that a mom thing? It's got to be a mom thing. So why focusing on you, yes, you, has never been more important. So I've got a 3-part series, and last time I did a 3-part series was right before New Year's in like December. So I did all about like goal setting and stuff like that. So that was pretty fun. So I was like, I need to do a series again because it was a lot of fun and like got me revved up. So the reason why I wanted to do this is that I came across this little analogy. It was like 5 frogs are sitting on a log and 4 decide to jump into the pond or whatever they're sitting on. How many frogs are left sitting on a log? There are 5 still sitting on the log. Trick question, because decision does not equal action. Stick with me because I will develop on this, I promise. We all want to have more. We all want to be more. We all want to do more. But how many pay the price of action to attain what you want or do or have or whatever it is? Can you turn that down a little bit? Bring it here. Bring it here. She's got her sister iPad just cranked. So right now, and I hate harping on this whole like pandemic, uncertain economy thing. I'm not that person to like stick to one thing, but we've spent the bulk of this year in uncertainty, in pandemic, in whatever's going on. Oh my God, you had that cranked. Okay, here you go. Thank you. It's just the way it is. Right now, it's the way of the world. It doesn't matter where you turn or what you do, you are going to either hear about it or talk about it or something. It affects our lives. Right now, uncertainty is completely rampant. We don't know what's going to happen the next 3 weeks. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 months. We don't know what's going to happen the next year, to be fair, right? We are finding it hard to stay motivated. I know I am sometimes because I like to travel a little bit. I like to go to our live events for our small community, like the small community that I'm part of, the online community with Brandy and Christina. And we usually do live events at least, 2, 3, 4 times a year. I haven't been to one of those for over a year. It was last April. We went to Vegas and I had a blast, but it's been so long. So I'm feeling not unmotivated, but like, bleh, oh, well, today's another day, let's just do our day, And I talk to clients every day. It's not like I don't talk to people. I talk to my clients. I talk to other people in our community. I talk to some of my neighbors. And it's not like I don't see people, but it's just like the fun of the business that I liked, like the traveling and the networking and everything. That part's gone. And I miss it. So it's hard to stay motivated. And we are social distancing, feeling the weight of the economy on our shoulders. And maybe it's just easier to coast, sit on the log like those frogs and not do any actions. But how much is sitting on that log costing you? What would you gain on the flip side if you had acted now to be, do, or have more? And I feel like I'm quoting Mr. Todd Campbell constantly when we're talking about be, do, have, but that is like the ultimate, right? Be the person you want, do the things that you need to do, and then have what you want in your life. Be, do, have, right? That's like motto for any entrepreneur out there. What would you get? While the whole world is unraveling, crisis is full of opportunity. but it takes a special eye to find the opportunity amongst the chaos. So this 3-part series will talk about why now. So why grow yourself now? Why focus on your self-development now? Creating the growth strategy next week. And then the week after, we'll be talking about taking action on those strategies. So, excuse me, that was weird. So why grow now? The price of inaction is far greater than the cost of making a mistake. That is a quote by Mr. Eckhart. I love that quote. There's so many good quotes in the entrepreneur world. That is like smack in the face, right? Like, wow. The price of inaction is far greater than the cost of making a mistake. Write that down. So for some, hunkering down and waiting for the storm to pass might seem like the best way to meet the crisis, but in reality, it's the most dangerous. Hope is not a strategy. Action is the antidote to almost every challenge. You want to beat this pandemic and thrive? Then it's time to act. So here's why. Of course, this is why I'm talking about this now. This is my first part of this week. So why grow now? Times of disruption are ripe with opportunity. Warren Buffett says, be greedy only when others are fearful. That's another one. Like, gets you, right? Right here, everywhere. We can do, startups can't undercut like current or out-advertise current like big marketing agencies but if you start small then and work your way through like a curriculum or something like that, it's always better to just focus on self. Whether we run a business or not, what person is not CEO of their own company? This lockdown is an invitation for us to grow, to seize the opportunities created by radical shifts in business as usual. So for you, that might mean finally launching the new health product or finding a new way to help your boss, or things like find ways to be innovative. Just constantly look for opportunity, jump in where you can. And it takes a certain kind of awareness to see it, but it's there. I promise. Number 2, times of disruption are full of danger. So all courses, this is a quote by Niccolo Machiavelli. I cannot pronounce it. It sounds Italian. All courses of action are risky, so prudence is not in avoiding the danger if possible. It's impossible to avoid the danger, but calculating risk and acting decisively. Make mistakes of ambition and not mistakes of sloth. I'm getting all these like fire quotes. I'm like, whoa. Yes, opportunity abounds, but if nothing else, this pandemic has shown us that nobody's job is secure. Thought your work was an essential service? Fate has a way of humbling us. 1,000,000%. So this warning is not to scare you. I don't want to scare you, but I'm sure lots of people out there feel it just like me. But hopefully to get you to see that nobody is entitled to a salary. In the long term, you are only paid for the value that you can create. So when you start treating your career as a business with you as its CEO and captain of the ship and plan your success accordingly, your financial vitality will grow. So they always say dress for the job that you want and not the job that you have or something like that. Be the person in the job that you want, not the job that you have. So always give more. Always give more. Always create value. And Number 3 of why grow now. We've been benched. Make the most of it. Smart athletes who are sent to the penalty box don't waste their time snipping at the referee or sniping the referee. The great ones ask, how did I put myself here? How did you get benched from your job or whatever it is? Then study their opponents for opportunities. They are always learning. like constantly learning. And I feel that I'm always learning. I'm always researching stuff or finding something out for a client or whatever it is. I'm always learning. Our one guarantee in life is that you will be stuck in the waiting place for more than a few times. You know what the waiting place is, right? It's the waiting place. You know, sit, wait, where you hurry to got there, but then you sit and wait. Yeah. Right now, we can't go have a beer. Well, it depends on where you live. But for the longest time, you couldn't just go have a beer or get a haircut or go on a date. Prom, grads, even handshakes were canceled. And sure, we make the most of it with, you know, the graduation parades, birthday parades. Not even a fist bump anymore. It's an elbow bump or something now. I don't even know. The appropriate response here is accept it and move forward where you can. That's just the reality. Don't squander this time on the bench with TV or social media on your phone, anxiety, stress, fear, because that's not going to help you do anything productive. Absolutely nothing. Don't get me wrong, I love a good Netflix binge once in a while. I don't get them very often just because my kids always have the TV. But every once in a while, I like to binge watch a show. I'm watching The Umbrella Academy right now. It's so good. Anyway, off track. Number 4, if you're not focused on you, you're focused on the noise. I hope that makes sense. So focus on only what you can do and give the rest of it away. Are we flattening the curve? Has the virus peaked? Has the supply chain broken? If you're still eating bananas and drinking coffee, the answer is no. You started Big Brother? I want to start Big Brother. Dude, but I need to catch up because apparently it started already. Didn't it start like last week? I don't even know. I gotta get with the Big Brother thing. I've heard that it's really good. So for most people, the healthiest response is, that's not my concern. Unless you're a titan of industry, an elected politician, an epidemiologist, or own a cargo ship or two, you have very zero influence on any of that stuff. Brandy says it's her favorite show. Have you tried The Circle? Go on Netflix and search The Circle. I'm addicted. I swear. We'll talk later. You and me, girl, Brandy. I swear. Yeah, anyway. Where was I? So I need to read the news daily so I can be informed is what people say. I need to watch TV. Watch the news. I need to watch the live streams on Twitter or Facebook or wherever they are. I need to be constantly on social media. You know what? I've taken a giant step back from Facebook. The only time I'm on here for any length of time now is to do these go lives in this group. And if you're not in my group and you're watching this replay somewhere else, like my YouTube channel or my website, get in my group. There's a link around this video somewhere. Tap it, request access, you're in. Then you can jump on with Brandy and Christina and whoever else plans to jump on with me because it's so fun. Right, Brandy? Love you. I haven't seen you in forever. I miss your face. So you want to be informed. You feel like you need all the information you need to be informed. That's a valiant notion, but ask whether the news just angers you or frustrates you or boosts your anxiety, or does it move you to act? Does it cause something to erupt in you that you need to go do something in the world? Stop. Just stop. Every minute of attention that you focus on the events outside your influence is a minute you're not investing in your own personal growth and your happiness. Be a stoic. Focus on what you can control and ignore the rest. And to be honest, and it's so funny, and I don't want to bring this my personal life into this as much, but anytime that somebody's talking to me about stuff, and granted, I do have conversations with some neighbors, moms with kids going back to school same time as mine or whatever, and we talk about that a little bit, but for the most part, the decisions that the politicians make, things happening in town. We don't even live in town. We're not affected as much out here as people are in town or even in big cities. But, you know, if my mom calls and starts complaining about the prime minister or the president of the United States, I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, fly. Like, seriously, there's nothing we can do about it. Really, in reality, we've voted for our prime minister and he's doing what he does. That's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to get political here because it's not my stage for politics. But focus on what you can control, what you can react to, and that's where your energy will go. I don't focus too much on what's going on in the outside world. I try not to watch too much. I haven't turned on our satellite receiver in forever. It's been mostly Netflix if we're on, or I got Prime because why not? But it's been mostly that, like our satellite. I feel like not canceling, but like just putting on the vacation disconnect for $10 a month just so that we can like not have it. But I guess if Big Brother's on, I need my satellite. Oh, I'm so torn. But just focus on those things. Don't focus on things that you can't control. Don't get stressed or anxious about those things. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what's good in your life. Focus on things to be grateful. And absolutely, I'm not going to say that your anxiety, your stress will go away. I can't tell you that. And you have control over that. But you can, if you start focusing on you and your life, your family, your business, if you have one, your self-development, if you focus on that, that is a really, really, really good start to building what I'm going to build on over the next couple of weeks. So creating your growth strategy and taking action. And then we'll be prepared for the last chunk of this weird year that we've been experiencing, 2020, in all its chaos and craziness. But on that note, I'd like to thank Brandy, Christina for jumping on with me live. I think there was a couple other people in there, but I didn't see exactly who it was. Sometimes it shows me, sometimes it doesn't. Actually, Brandy, right now, I think that you're still on, but there's like no little icon on the top of my screen saying that there's somebody watching. It's so weird.
The iPad is not charged.
Okay. Apparently
But my iPad is.
Okay, see you later. Go play with that one. I'll be done in a sec. What?
Can you try to do with my iPad?
Oh. Sorry, I need to switch this. So, yes, I'm glad that you could catch me too, Brandy. And I think Christina must have popped off. But you and I have to catch up on a Zoom, girl, because I miss your face. And I want to see your belly bump because it's so cute and all that fun stuff. For the rest of you that are watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. And
Okay, hi.
The little one wants to say hi. Ready?
Hi.
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 I will catch you here next week. I guess sorry I was a little late today. Next week should be better. I don't even know because day to day it's like chaos. But that's okay. You thrive in chaos, right? Yeah, next week, pending any or barring any problems, Tuesday at noon Mountain Time. That's Alberta time because I'm in Alberta, just like Brandy. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.